Last time I did the best teams that can use the beta club. And yeah, I know a lot of you would not have that artifact. So let's do something that a lot of you will have, which is Zatanna's puppet. And now, this is not just any Zatanna puppet video. This is a video where we are going to use Zatanna's puppet as the main damage dealing artifact. So we know that Zatanna's puppet is excellent for support. Even when you are using the beta club, your support character should still have Zatanna's puppet. But this time around, we're going to use it to do damage. It's going to be the artifact on our main damage dealer, starting with the King of Atlantis, Aquaman. To use Zatanna's puppet, just like as a support, to use it for damage, you need to have fast specials. And this guy has a relatively fast special 3. Not the fastest. Of course, we know the fastest goes to the gold Black Adam. But you can do a lot of damage. Of course, you're going to do health reduction. The first 3 special 3 from your King of Atlantis Aquaman is going to do health reduction. Then his special 3 is relatively fast. It's not the fastest, but it's also not a slow animation, so it is in a good spot to use Zatanna's puppet. And of course, you use the Rock Black Adam for fast health reduction, because you don't need to do specials. You can just use your basic and do health reduction, which is additional damage which is needed for this team. And you're going to be able to apply 3 negative effects. God Killer artifact is going to apply 1 negative effect, then the Rock Black Adam's passive is going to apply 2 negative effects. So which means before you even tag in Aquaman, you can apply 3 negative effects, and it's going to be very easy for you to activate your Zatanna's puppet from that point onwards. Then of course, classic Wonder Woman for critical attack damage 100% additional. And yes, you will be able to one shot, but you can see that one shot with 7 seconds left. So that tells you that, and I had 2 maxed out solo raid artifacts. So that tells you that you need to have the very highest artifacts to make Zatanna's puppets do that amount of damage. Anyways, next up we have Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is of course a very good beta club merchant. It was also featured on the beta club video. But this young man, it's not really young anyways, but okay, this man, this cold man is going to be able to one-shot with Zatanna's puppet under the right conditions. So you can see I'm using the Rock Black Adam also on this video, but I've also shown you guys twice in the past, like within the past few weeks, that you can use Deathstroke instead of the Rock Black Adam. So if you've already used the Rock Black Adam with King of Atlantis Aquaman, you can now use Deathstroke for health reduction in this match. And of course, we have Zatanna that's going to apply 300% damage that is going to stack with the damage you get from Mr. Freeze. And Zatanna is also going to do health reduction. So yeah, this team also works. But if you are going to ask me which one is my favorite, obviously, since I have beta club, I would rather use Mr. Freeze with Zatanna, and honestly, it doesn't matter who the third character is at that point. With beta club, of course. But when you don't have beta club, and yes, you have to be honest with yourself. You use what you have, right? If you have the beta club, I wouldn't say go and start using this artifact. I'm only doing this for this video. When I'm playing normally, I'm not going to use Zatanna's puppet anymore. But I just got beta club, so the past 4-5 years I've been using Zatanna's puppet. Okay, not really 5 years. Zatanna's puppet just came out a few years ago, but you get my point. Once you already have the better artifact, you're going to graduate to that. You're not going to, because you see that this match is going to take, it's actually finished quite fast. I finished the match in around 2 minutes. But if I were using beta club, I would finish the match in 1 minute and maybe 30 seconds. So I saved 30 seconds overall. And of course, if I don't have maxed out artifact, beta club is going to be the obvious choice. You need to have maxed out artifact as well to one shot with Zatanna's puppet, just like with the King of Atlantis Aquaman match. Now, this next team doesn't need any introduction. I think even when you have, this is the one team, you see that the first 2 teams, beta club are better options there, because those first 2 teams need you to have maxed out artifacts. This team, however, does not need that. And you can see I'm going for the Pro Max version of this team. The ideal team, the normal team you would use, is to use Black Manta with Beast Boy and Classic Wonder Woman. That's like the best Beast Boy team. But I call this the Pro Max version, because instead of going for quickly getting my negative effect, I'm going for the highest possible damage, because Vixen is going to give me 200% damage on my base attack. But Black Manta doesn't give me that. So this match will be slower, of course. If I use Black Manta, the match can be over in 40 seconds. This is just a 4-star Beast Boy, by the way. But the match would be over in 40 seconds with Black Manta. But with this team, I take closer to a minute. So I'm losing like 10 seconds using this team, but you get the point. You don't even have to have these things maxed out. You can even have a 3-star Beast Boy and you'll still achieve similar results. Just maybe take you a whole minute to finish the match. So that's very interesting, and that's like the best. Like that's hands down the best. Beast Boy is hands down the best user of Zatanna's puppet for damage in Injustice Mobile. There's no other character that even comes close. Now the final one is Peacemaker and the Rock Black Adam. You can see we have featured the Rock Black Adam again. That shows that this character is actually quite useful in this game. I would say the only team that really needs the Rock Black Adam is the first one I used. If you're going to use King of Atlantis Aquaman, maybe you don't have Peacemaker, then use that very first team. But if you do have Peacemaker, I would say use this team instead. I use the Rock Black Adam here. The Rock Black Adam is going to be the main damage dealer. It's going to wield the Zatanna's puppet artifact. And I would say from the tests I've done, if your Peacemaker is still 4 stars, I would say you can probably hit maybe 1.7. I've been able to hit like 1.7 billion damage with a 4-star Peacemaker, like 1.7 ish. I don't think I've ever hit 1.8. So if you have this, like you have maxed out artifacts, you have your Peacemaker at 4 stars, and maybe the boss's health is 1.7, 1.6, 1.5, yes, this thing will work. But if you want to hit 1.9, 2 billion, that extra 200 million, you're going to need to have at least a 5-star Peacemaker, at least. Because you know, the higher the star, the faster it's going to stack his P stacks. So yeah, you need, if you have a maxed out Peacemaker, there's no qualms about that. This is the best team to use the Rock Black Adam, the Rock Black Adam. But yeah, this team is quite fun. I'm hoping in future I'm able to take my Peacemaker to 5-6 stars and try this team out. Though I don't actually need it, but I'll probably try to take it up just to know what it feels like to use this team. Anyways, that's about it. If you enjoy my videos, smash the subscribe button. Let me know the team that you felt could have made this list in the comment section. I will see you guys on the next one.